Hi everyone. Okay, so let's see what's happening. We are going to use On Our Way by Fancy Pants. So this was the week we went to New York. Let me put that there. Hold on. So that is Bus. So I'll tell you what, you guys. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and Tim has been at work. Tomorrow will be his 5th day. We're hoping he comes home on Tuesday, but we shall see. He was mandatoried, so I took him to work Thursday. He got mandatory Friday, so we never got to go to Schneider Christmas. So yeah, so he mandatory, of course, means, you know, you have to, right? And so yeah, he never so we had plans and all that good stuff, right? And yeah, so in fact Friday the 21st was the day we chose, because my brother-in-law said, you know, you choose the day that, you know, you'll be home. So we told him, so I said, okay, Tim, it'll be Friday the 21st, and don't take any overtime. That way we can go, because I'm not going to go by myself. And so it was one of those kind of things, right? So he's like, okay. And then I'm in Morgan Hill, a whole other town, shopping. And he calls me and he goes, well, I go, oh Lordy, what? He goes, yep, I am mandatoried. There's nothing I can do about it. Nobody else wants to work, so I'm stuck. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he immediately called his brother and said, hey, you know what? I was mandatoried. We can't. We're not going to go. And my anxiety is so bad now. It's so bad because I really am a true introvert that I'm just like, so I was there and I was like, okay, well, should I go? Because I like my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, Eric and Nicole. I like them and I like their girls. So I don't mind being around them. But my anxiety of leaving my house and going to their house was so extreme that I started shaking so bad in the parking lot when I started thinking, well, should I go? And I started shaking and I'm like, oh my goodness, you are just crazy now. So yeah, so now, I tell you guys, it sucks. It sucks, but it took me so long to calm down, because I was like, no, it's okay, you're not going to go, it's fine, you know. But it took me so long to stop shaking that I was like, okay, yeah, I won't be able to go by myself. So he told his brother that I won't be going either. And so that was, and they were bummed, you know, that we weren't going to be there. But and then, you know, what was sad is that earlier, before I got to the other town, I bought the white elephant gifts. So I had these white elephant gifts, and and I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with this stuff now? I'm not going to take it back. And then it was funny because Cordell was going to go. Okay, but I hadn't asked Cordell. That was my bad. I didn't ask him if he was going to go. So the morning of Friday, I said, okay, you're going to, well, Auntie Nicole and Uncle Eric are having the get together, the Christmas dinner. You know what, he is a social kid. He doesn't mind being around family and stuff. I never even thought for a minute that he wouldn't go. And he goes, no, I'm okay. I don't want to go. And at this point in the morning, I still had the white elephant gifts. And so I end up going to the dollar store and buying some more stuff, right, to put into the bag for him to take. That way he could do the white elephant gift, right? And I'm like, okay. Well, then he goes, no, I'm good. And now I'm like doubled, you know, like, oh my God, what am I going to do with these dollar things that I bought that were, you know, and we're talking like, I guess it's white elephant, right? So I got like anti-itch cream. And did you know that they have at the dollar store this marijuana, like pregnancy test kind of thing to see you of course you tinkle on it and and it tells you, I guess, if you're I don't know, positive for drugs. Well, that's so I bought that, and then and then now I'm like going, what am I gonna do with this stuff? So now I just wasted $1. So now I'm like, oh man. So, but I told my mom, I was, oh my god, I have these things in my car. So, I was like, trying to be nonchalant at the dollar store buying these things. So I was, oh my god. So yeah. So maybe I should have went to the dollar store outside of my town. But yeah, so I'm like, oh my gosh. So I got half gag gifts, I guess, is what you do, right? And then a good gift. So, oh my goodness, you guys, I'm telling you, I am just not on the ball this year apparently, because oh my gosh, yeah. So well then, so Tim works every other day, right? And well, he ended up, when did he go to work? He went to work, let me see, Thursday. No, he went, let me see. Yeah, he went to work Thursday. Yeah, he went to work Thursday, got mandatory Friday. His schedule is Saturday, and he got mandatory today. So he was supposed to have been home today, and he got mandatory again, but in a whole other area. So I had to go pick him up and then take him to this other area. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So it has been like, holy crud, is okay. So I'm telling him, I go, okay, what's the chances of you getting mandatory on Christmas Day? And he's like, I think very low. And I'm like, okay, so hopefully cross your fingers for us, because he'll have been at work for 5 days by then, and they have, they run calls nonstop, and it's just so yeah. So I feel bad for him, and so he's like, I'm tired, and I'm like, I bet. So anyway, so December has gone by in a blur. It really has. And each year we try and we say, okay, we're just going to enjoy it, take each day and just have, do things and see things, and nope, never happens. So at least this is really crooked. So at least this year, I'm just going to leave it. This year we at least went to New York. This is the only magical week that we had, was when we were here, because he's been at work so much since then. And but I'll tell you what, I have caught up. It's not like I'm not doing anything. Well, I mean, my house is clean, so that's at least done, right? But I haven't done anything. And so yeah, I finished week 50 yesterday. I'm going to print out week 51 today and work on that. And since Tim works tomorrow, I'll have tomorrow to work on it too. Sorry guys, this thing won't come off. So, but it's okay. It gives me a chance to talk to you, because this one's pretty easy. So we got to go to Rockefeller Center and see the Christmas tree, and we thought it would be bigger. We thought it would be bigger, like super huge, but it's not. And so that was interesting, because it was like, when you go see the White House, when we went a few months back to go see the White House, and you're like, oh wow, the White House is kind of teeny tiny. And and especially because you see the stars who have these mansions and stuff, and you look at the White House and you're like, that's really teeny. So the tree was kind of like that. It's like you thought it would be like massive, but it's not. And but it's neat, because now you see it on TV, and now you don't have to do that I heard thing. No, you actually know what it looks like, and that is like the coolest thing ever. So yeah, the hotel I scored was the Crown Plaza, and you go out. So this is the Crown Plaza right here. Let me show you. This is the Crown Plaza, and right outside the door there is the ball, the 2018 ball that will fall for New Year's. And that was so cool to see that too. And I gotta tell you, our hotel room, it faced the we had a window, and I don't know if all of the rooms have windows, but I don't know, but we had a window, and our favorite, when we went to New York years and years ago with the kids, we walked everywhere. We did so much stuff, right? And one of the biggest things that we fell in love with was Junior's cheesecake. Junior's cheesecake, you will never ever taste cheesecake as awesome as Junior's. And so even the Cheesecake Factory, theirs is second best. The best is Junior's. And so when they brought out, our window, you could, I'll show you on, because I have an insert, I'll show you, but our window, you could see downstairs, and it was Junior's, and it was just like, yes. So I had cheesecake every single night, and I loved it. What's wrong with this thing? I am just not doing very well with my, what is that? How weird. Guess it looks like that. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, but then the third night, I think it was, look at what I had. It's called the New Yorker. Look it up on Yelp or online. Just Google Junior's the New York, and it's a strawberry milkshake with graham cracker and frosting, and then the strawberry cheesecake. I wanted that thing so bad that that I knew I was going to have that, and I did, and now, mind blown, it was delicious. It was so delicious. So I told you before, Tim grew up poor, right? And so, not laughing that he grew up poor, but I mean, he grew up poor, but I'm laughing at the fact that they didn't have very much, very many sweets in the house, and so he so his little kryptonite, which I'm like, is so gross, is like fake icing, and fake icing is his thing, because that's what he grew up on, right? Mom would bake a cake for birthday, and then they would have the container and get to eat that. Well, I tried the icing on that, and I was like, nope, not for me. So Tim tried it, and he was like, oh yeah, he saw, this reminds me of my childhood. So he ate that whole rim, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you are crazy, because it was like pure sugar. And I was like, oh no. And and then we shared, of course, I drank the whole milkshake, but we took that to the room, and that was like so good. It was so good. So yeah, we had a great time. We really did. But and I gotta tell you, that snow, it said it was gonna rain, right? And I told you that the last time, we got the umbrellas, and then no snow, and then it snowed on the next day after we left. I'm like, darn it. So we know if we go back, and it would only be at Christmas time, because it seriously is magical in New York at Christmas time. And that would bus is really loud. So that would be the only time we would go back. And because it's just, how you see these big old massive Christmas balls and the lights, and it's just, all that is just all over the place. And it is the neatest thing ever. It is so cool, because the world's going to the toilet, and everything's offensive. And so it's amazing that we can still have things that are Christmas. It's just amazing. And so, well, it lasts. Enjoy it. So, because it's neat. And the Christmas decorations everywhere. It was really, really cool. So I recommend going at Christmas time, because it was magical. And I'm glad, because we haven't been able to go anywhere since then. And let me get my tweezers. So yeah, but I'm glad we did go. So it was worth it. And then we went to, okay, if you guys watch Nicole Jones 911, she always talks about Tim Hortons. I guess it's a Canada thing. I'm not positive. And well, they had one in New York, and I told Tim, I go, oh my gosh, this is what one of the ladies I watch on YouTube, she loves Tim Hortons. So I said, I want to try it. So we tried it, and I was like, okay, well, the coffee is just coffee. There was no like wowzer. And I only drink coffee. I don't drink the frou-frou stuff, cappuccinos or anything like that. So so I don't know, maybe those are better than what I had, than just regular coffee. But what was outstanding, and their donuts are not that great either. I mean, you have Dunkin' Donuts and then you have Tim Horton donuts. I would choose Dunkin' Donuts because their donuts were just, you know, like if you got them at a convenience store, they weren't anything spectacular. I know my donuts, so trust me. And well, then so that ended up happening, right? But Tim Hortons has really, really good bagels. Those bagels were really good. So I had a bagel and it was delicious. So yeah, Tim Hortons knows their bagels. So I would get that again. So yeah, super good. Super, super good. What do you guys think so far? So we had that at Chelsea Market. I had a bagel at Chelsea Market, and it was this like radioactive kind of bagel. It was full of swirls and stuff, so it was really neat. Look at, I'm having problems with my stuff sticking today. So look at, my stuff is sticking. Some of the stuff, you know, it's funny because this is like thickers, the, you know, the alpha, what do they call them? The letters, they all fall off, right, off your little packaging. But then you get these things like this and nothing wants to come off, and you're like, okay, so how they go from one extreme to the next is really weird. Really weird. I don't know, but I don't know, guys, it just won't come off. I'll do it off camera because it's just annoying. It really is. It's annoying to me. So, but let me keep talking to you. So, let me say thank you to Cheryl Nevins, Elizabeth Youngkin, and Marlena. You quilt too, and you took a break. So, an advent calendar or an advent quilt, that would be really awesome to see. So, if you ever get it done, make sure you show me in some form, because that would be awesome. That would be beautiful. And then yeah, so thank you ladies for commenting and being a part of my life. I love you guys. So okay, let me show you the insert real quick. So this will come off, of course, and then I have the little stars and to put on there, and so cute. I love it. It's so weird though. I don't know why it does that, the whole sticky stuff, but don't you think it's cute? I love how it came out. He's so tired. Okay, so this is my insert. It was just, you know, something. Oh, I have two. I didn't realize I had two inserts. So this is what we saw, the juniors from our hotel window. It was awesome. It was like a beacon. And then I knew I wanted breakfast. I'm like, okay, so we had juniors breakfast. This place is expensive, so just to let you know, it's like $50 for that breakfast right there. And that's Manhattan, downtown Times Square. And then of course Jason Momoa. I'm like, yeah. So, and then we love John Wick, right? And we haven't seen the we wanted to see where he did the John Wick 2 at the end, and it was the neatest thing ever to walk there and see this. And Judge Judy tapes in LA, but they always have like this, the statue on there, and then this on the on her little, the start of the program. And it's like, wait a minute, yeah, she's from Queens, I think, but I'm like, it's filmed in LA. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, so now we have been there and we have seen it, and it's just the neatest thing. This made Tim's day so awesome. That is the original Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, and all that. That's at the library. So that was neat. And then the library there, it's just, I mean, I would get lost in there. I would just be like in heaven. I could probably spend hours there. It's really the neatest library. And then you have F.A. Schwartz, the Disney store. So, and that was on the downtown also. See, so you had those, and then you had the bulbs, and then you had the lights, and oh, so amazing. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to film tomorrow. I think I'm going to film week 50. So I will be back tomorrow. Yes. So I will tell you Merry Christmas now, but I will be back. So love you guys. Have a very Merry Christmas. But I will see you tomorrow. But yeah, thank you. We'll see you all. Vanna hands. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.